Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Julie Gilbert, and I am here with Rachel Matthews.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, in her beautiful kitchen. And we are going to do some cooking, so much fun cooking. Rachel's going to take us step by step to, you've got some gorgeous food right here. So many colors.
Lots of colors.
Yeah, lots of colors.
Yes.
There's so many colors. And you've prepared something, or you have something in mind that's delicious, nutritious, and I know you're just excited to share that with us. So, Rachel, I'm going to ask you to take it away. Coaching. Okay. Here we are, cooking with Coach.
Here we go. And on CHOWW, Culinary Health.
Yeah.
With Oregon Weight and Wellness.
Yay.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And if you see us moving our eyes around, we've got two computers going, two recordings. So we're going to try to stream this in a couple different places. But welcome to my kitchen. Today, I would love to share with you how to do my base salad. So if you guys hear me in coaching or in the videos, you'll hear me talk about my base salad. Basically, it's what I start with in my week and then what I build on. Okay, so it's basic, but then you can add and change as much as you want to it. I'm going to do some baked tofu. I'm going to show you some soybeans that I made that you can do. This is a plant-based protein. You can also throw chicken or fish on your base salad. So it's up to you what you put on it. And I'm going to show you a tahini dressing. So what I want to get started
fabulous.
First. Yes, it's so good. We're going to start off with the tofu because I want to show you how to prepare it and get it in the oven. And hopefully it'll finish by the time we're done.
Okay, awesome.
I have a tofu press. You don't have to have one of these, but tofu has a little bit of liquid. So this kind of presses it down so it's a little bit firmer. And then I'm going to, so you can see this. Okay. Cool. So now I like to cut my tofu into triangles for this recipe. So I don't know if you can kind of see this.
Rachel, that looks great. Yeah. Now, Rachel, I have to be real, to be honest. I haven't been a fan. I haven't been a fan of tofu. But I am excited for Rachel to expand my mind, open my horizons. And that looks pretty straightforward. You're using a simple chef knife there.
Yes, the knife. So I would recommend for anyone who wants to, to get more comfortable in the kitchen. This was the first thing I did is I bought a knife. This is not fancy. Yeah. This is a IKEA knife.
Okay.
I sharpened the edge here and there to help it, get through the food more easily. But it's not fancy, it's not expensive, but you need a good knife, okay? Because you're going to feel more confident and you're going to get, you're not going to be sawing through food,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
All right, so I've got my tofu cut in some triangles.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah. Okay, now I am going to show you how to quickly spice. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and I think that's a key with any kind of bean.
Yes.
Probably
flavor.
Picks up the flavor of the spices that you put in there. And you can get creative with that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Tofu is literally like a sponge. It is, it will absorb soy sauce, different marinades. It will absorb all the flavors you put on it. And just like if you would marinate meat.
Right.
Same idea.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to use a little bit of Pam here. I don't want a lot of oil on my tofu. I don't want it greasy. I don't want it soggy. Okay. So I'm going to spritz a little bit and then I just kind of toss in the bowl. Spritz and toss. Okay. This is also going to help it pick up the flavor.
Right.
Okay. So now here's my fun trick. I put spices ahead of time in this Tupperware bowl. We're going to do shake and bake.
Okay.
Do you remember
shake and bake? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's time for shake and bake. What I have in here is
throwback.
Turmeric, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. It's whatever you want. It depends on what. Turmeric on tofu is my favorite.
Okay.
But you can do more like Mexican spices. Right.
I can smell that turmeric.
Isn't that nice? Yes. Yeah. And did you know, always put black pepper with your turmeric.
Okay.
It increases the curcumin.
Yes. Curcumin, yeah.
The bioavailability
of that.
by 100%.
That's right. I remember reading about that.
Or not 100%, 100 times. So anyway, I'm going to toss my tofu in here and I'm going to shake and bake.
Wow, literally bake. Yeah. Now I think this is just a little bit healthier than that.
This is going to be. What even was that? I don't even remember. Was it to make fried chicken?
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
fried chicken.
And it was spices and it was like cornflakes or something.
Probably cornflakes. That's what we used a lot of cornflakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No offense, Mom.
It's ready.
Wow. Look at that. It's already soaking it up. It
Yep.
is just like you said, a sponge.
Ready to go. Now I'm gonna take a baking sheet, right? I'm gonna just spread these out on here. You know, you want them separated out. We're gonna bake at 400, about 400, 425.
Okay.
For about 20 to 30 minutes. It depends on how crispy and crunchy you like
Right.
it.
Okay. And that is going to crisp that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Just like this. We're gonna toss this in.
All right.
All right.
Wow. You may make me a tofu lover yet. I don't know.
What did you say?
I said you may make me a tofu lover yet. I just haven't found the right tofu. I haven't tried it. So I'm opening up my mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Try new things.
Try new things.
There's lots of different ways to get soy. As a plant-based eater, I'm eating tofu, tempeh, edamame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so little hint here. Edamame is green. It's
Okay.
a baby green. It's a baby bean.
Right. Okay. I always wanted to know the difference. I knew it was soy. So walk us through edamame versus
Mhm.
tofu.
Yeah. So soybean is originally white or kind of a light yellow color.
Mm-hmm.
That's an adult mature
Oh,
soybean.
okay.
That's going to have the highest isoflavones.
Mm-hmm.
Edamame are the baby. They're
Baby
not
ones.
mature.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now I have to confess to eating those edamame dipped in dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, really?
Those are good.
Now, did you make them yourself or did you?
No. I bought
Okay, that sounds really good.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right.
So
tofu is
Yes.
in the oven.
Great.
We're ready to go.
and then I was hoping you would tell us a little bit about, well, you mentioned soybean. I just wanted to point out,
Mhm.
usually when you buy the soybeans, you're buying organic,
Mhm.
non-GMO
Yes.
soy.
Yes.
And why don't you tell us why?
Yeah, because a lot of the soy that's produced in this country and other countries
Mhm.
is mass produced for feed
Mhm.
for animals.
Right.
And it's going to be on this mass production. It's going to be the genetically modified
Right.
soy.
Yeah.
But as I'm doing research, actually,
Uh-huh.
I'm finding that well, I can't even really find tofu not organic.
Not
It's
organic.
like
okay.
yeah, the kind that they're making for human consumption
Mhm.
is organic,
Mhm.
is
it.
non-GMO.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
But it's nice to look for that little seal on the package to make
Mhm.
sure you're getting the kind that you want.
Right, because
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that what you were saying is that the industrial soy that is just prolific across
Yeah.
unfortunately, the United States, that comes with pesticides.
Yeah.
And we definitely want to avoid those.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So go organic, go non-GMO, which is
Mhm.
pretty much how it always comes.
Mhm.
But if you're buying soybeans, if you're buying, just pay attention, right, to how you're getting it.
Mhm.
Now let's make our base salad. So
Okay.
here's another. If you were coming over for dinner, I would not serve salad in this.
Okay.
Okay. I would use a beautiful bowl, right? But during the week, I'm all about efficiency
Uh-huh.
and the fridge space and what we're going to work off of all week. So I usually at the beginning of the week fill this up with all of my fixins. Okay. And what I like is just like shake and bake. I like
Right.
to
Okay.
mix it up.
Yeah.
And then it goes in the fridge. And as we get down to about a quarter or a third of it, I just start adding more things throughout the week.
Yeah, okay. Did you tell us exactly what was in there?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
So
I'm jumping
yeah,
the gun.
no, you're thinking ahead. What the heck is in here? All right.
What's in there?
I've started with some basic greens. So I've
Okay.
got power greens.
Right. Where'd you get this?
This is from Freddy's.
Freddy's. Okay.
Tender kale,
Mhm.
chard, spinach, and fresh. It happened to come with some fresh carrots. That was a
Okay.
surprise.
Great.
But anyway,
Mhm.
I also add baby arugula. It's one of my
Right.
favorites.
Yes, and the baby ones are sweeter,
Mhm.
right? They're
Mhm.
not on the vine or on the stem as long, and they don't get as bitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is quite lovely. I also have some greens from my garden.
Oh, greens from your own garden.
Now it's not a lot.
Oh, it's
okay?
beautiful.
It's what we
How
have
fun.
in April.
Yeah. Now, where
But-
is your garden?
It's this square foot garden.
Oh,
I don't know, Olivia. Do you
Got
want?
that. All right. So you do some winter greens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
Nice.
here's the deal. Yes, the kale I planted last year.
Uh-huh.
It hibernated a little bit over the winter. I let it go to see what would happen,
Yeah, right.
and it came back. So I have kale and I have some baby Swiss chard.
Nice.
Look at those beautiful colors.
Oh, nice. Oh, they are.
Aren't they
They
beautiful?
are beautiful. Look at that orange. You got yellow. You got red. That is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Can't really. Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
beautiful.
it makes
Very
my
pretty.
salad so pretty.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Now I want to show you guys a tip with kale. If you buy kale
Mhm.
or you grow it like this, there's this big, heavy, chunky stem
Mm.
that you don't want.
Yeah.
You're gonna strip it
Strip it.
just like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Easy.
So the big bulk of the heavy stem, And then I've got
Okay,
the kale
can I
in my
try
hand.
that?
Yes.
All right.
Go for it.
All right. You just gonna.
You just
Strip
strip it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then you.
And then, yep, and then I'll chop it up
Okay.
a little bit.
All right.
Yep. So here's the other thing about your knife. If you get the rounded, okay, and it has a nice handle for you, you can, there are cutting videos you can get online to learn how to just quickly and how to place your fingers so you don't chop them off. Okay, right? But I just
blood in your salad, never heard anything.
It's just get that iron back in. Just bring it back in. Yep. I just rock back and forth over my.
You rock that.
I rock
that chef knife,
Boom.
Rachel.
Baby.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing that if you want, once you have your knife, okay, I love a good, this is like a dough cutter or something. It's a baking thing.
Right.
I use it to scoop and scrape.
Oh, yes.
Right?
And scrape. Yeah. I do have something like that. Yes.
Right out of my way.
Very nice. And then you're not wasting. You're really getting every little.
Yeah. And I can quickly clean off my cutting board.
Ready for
the
next item.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the next tool I would recommend that you get is a mandolin.
Okay. See.
And the gloves that prevent the massive injuries.
I've got the mandolin. I didn't think about the glove. Yeah. Okay.
You need the glove. Literally, my hand can go right over the blade. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a little red spot there, but
no blood. So the mandolin, this is just a quick, easy handheld one. They've got the kind that come with a little container below. You've got the measurement of how thick you like it. Sure. So in my salad, sometimes I like to go like chunks of things, more like a chef salad. Other times I like to get really finely shaved. So with my cabbage especially, okay, I like to get a fine shave, and it's so fast, right?
You've got that down to a science, Rachel.
Down to a science, and I can cut
a little bit, just if I want 1, 2, 3.
But then bam, right in.
Scoop it in. Use your scooper duper.
Yeah. Use my scooper.
Ta-da.
In it goes.
Yeah.
I've got green cabbage, red cabbage, red onions. Now, carrots sometimes are a pain in the neck to me.
Okay.
I mean, I like to put carrots in my salad. I like a little crunch, a little sweet.
Right.
But they're kind of a pain. So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
With just a little bit of
no shame, no judgment.
No, this is quick and easy.
Yeah.
In fact, if you were to buy a package of washed and cut green, red cabbage, a broccoli slaw, toss that in. Right? You're going to get all that crunchy, delicious flavor. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking about that. Yeah, that broccoli slaw, and then you're using the very nutrient dense stem of that.
True.
Yeah.
That's what they put in that slaw, don't they? Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. Yes. I've got celery here, green onions, red onion. So typically in the base salad, it's the greens, a little bit of carrot, always some cabbage for that crunch. And I might even stop there for the beginning of the week. And just, these are things that they refrigerate and stay in the fridge well, right?
They stay crisp.
They stay crisp. They don't go bad with a nice seal.
Right. They're not going to get soggy.
No. The minute I start adding tomatoes or cucumber, that's going to kind of soggy up.
Because it has more water in it. And so what I love about this is the color here. I mean, and so we're getting so many different nutrients from each different color. Yeah,
yes.
The green from the purple. The purple, I love purple and anthocyanins and raising HDL and doing all that good stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So the beautiful color. And here's a couple things about so I don't know if you can see on the table, but there's a lot of ingredients, right? I've got my greens, I've got my celery. I add mushrooms later. I'm the only one in my family who will eat them.
So good later.
Avocado, I would put avocado. Now I wouldn't put this in my base salad, because this is pretty
brown. It's going to oxidize.
No good. Tomatoes, I'm going to put those in. But here's the thing: as I'm doing this at the beginning of the week, I'm prepping a lot of vegetables. So I over prep. I put as much as can fit in this big bucket, and then the rest are prepped and ready to go. This is snack food.
Snack food.
This is my nibble food. This is my super fridge. Right?
Yeah, super fridge.
This goes in the fridge, and I'm going to grab during the week, or I'm going to say, oh, I need to make a stir fry. Chop this up real quick.
Right there, you go. So you've already done the work. You're not doing the work twice.
I don't want to do the work twice. I've got a busy life, as do you, and this is just smart. This is called culinary brilliance. This is just making it work for you. Right.
Yeah, kind of like batch cooking.
It's batch cooking. Yeah. And I'm going to get all this fresh. I'm not great about the farmer's market yet. I need to get better.
Yeah.
I'm learning about
Learning
that. The time that it is not the time that I want to go.
Right. That early on the Saturday morning. Yeah. What else? What are you doing Saturday morning?
And it's just morning me time. So I'm doing the inner battle there.
Right.
But once I get my fresh produce from wherever I get it, then it's come home and prep it and clean it. And I just kind of want to only touch it once.
Right.
Right. Bring it in my house, prep it, get it going in the fridge, ready to go. All right. So let's make.
Were you going to show us how to?
Oh, bell peppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your favorite way to cut bell peppers?
Yes, a few tips and tricks of the trade because I don't know about you. I was not raised cooking. I'm not a natural born chef or cook. I don't actually. It doesn't come naturally for me. My husband will be in here and be like, la, 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 la. He's just tossing things in. And it's like, it's perfect. He's like, oh, needs a little bit of caraway seed. How do you know that?
Well, whatever.
How do you know that? And I'm like, 3/4. Okay. 2/5. I'm such a precise cook.
Right. I mean, you have to follow a recipe. I mean,
I do.
I'm a recipe follower. I'm with you. Recipe follower. Yeah.
So I've had to learn my way through the kitchen. My mom didn't cook when we were growing up. So I learned nothing, right? So for those of you who are like thinking, I don't like to be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to be in the kitchen. I don't know how to cook. Start small. Start with a knife and a cutting board. But as you go, the more tips and tricks that you pick up, the more comfortable and eat, right? I come into the kitchen now and I'm like, I say, okay, Google, play some Elton John. I get my mood just right. I grab a bubbly water and I'm chopping. And I've got my system.
Yeah.
Elton John on Spotify.
Oh. She listens really.
Yeah.
Okay, Google, stop. Okay. So I know a little Elton John in the background. So bell peppers. This was something I learned on a cooking culinary medicine thing. So I'm gonna, and you can do this with any peppers. I'm gonna chop the top off. Chop the top. Okay, you get that center thing.
Right.
This is coming out and going straight into my
compost.
Okay, so this is not compost. This is my broth bucket.
Oh, broth bucket. Do tell.
Okay, so I always keep this on my counter.
Yes.
As I'm chopping all of these lovely things, these go in here.
Yes.
And at least once a week, I take this all out, put it in my Instant Pot, and I make a veggie broth.
That's brilliant.
It's so good. I love it. And you can put a bunch of other things in it, make it kind of like a biome broth.
Yes.
So there's other things.
And then once you've gotten all those nutrients into your broth, then you put it in a compost.
Then it goes in my compost.
Oh man.
Okay.
Skipping a step. I'm skipping a step.
So here we go. Here's what I've got. I've got
There you go.
my food scraps.
Yeah.
So in Albany and probably in Salem, you can throw all food scraps in the yard debris bin.
Okay, right.
This would be like bread scraps or meat scraps.
Right,
That's not going to go in your compost. Right. So there's some scraps that don't go in compost.
Okay.
This is my compost for
Plant
my garden.
Scraps.
Plant scraps. So after I'm done making my broth, then I put it in my compost. Okay. Yeah. Also, I don't have a very big compost, so sometimes it overflows and I have to just go over to food scrap. All right. So
back to your bell. Back to the bell.
Back to the bell pepper. I'm going to take this this guy off and toss it in there too.
Oh.
Okay. So now, typically what I'll do, because this is weird to me.
Okay.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
Like a bagel.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. It's not going to be perfect strips.
Right,
it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
So this is typically something I quickly cut up, and this goes in the
There you go.
lunch.
Okay.
That's my Lunchables.
Right.
Then now I have a nice. Now this is perfect for a stuffed bell pepper. Oh, right. Yeah. So you could do ground beef, whatever you do, stuff it in here. But at this point now, I just have a nice ready to go, and I'm just gonna make my strips. Yep. And I'm Yep. So that's kind of my my little tip for cutting bell peppers.
Nice.
Maybe you have your own idea, but I love that.
Yeah, I love that I'm taking that veggie broth idea home with me. Yes. And I've got this idea going.
Some is the mind.
Yes. All right.
Good.
Maybe
And
the tofu, I'm not quite sure.
I know you're not there yet. So, okay, let's do the dressing.
Okay.
And then we'll check on the tofu, and I want to talk a little bit more about soybeans.
Right.
Okay. So right now we're on the kick of a tahini dressing.
Mm.
It's our favorite. So this is what we do. Tahini, this is how it comes, right? It's like peanut butter inside.
Right.
This is a sesame seed tahini butter, basically.
Right.
So it's kind of thick. I have
It's just tahini.
This is, oh dear, organic roasted and ground sesame seeds and some salt.
Yeah. Now, can I share?
Please.
All right, and I heard your.
It's
But I have not to, but have you ever ground your own? Yeah. So I have a mortar and pestle, a pretty big one, and I dump the seeds, a little bit of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you get your sesame seeds? Because that's kind of, is it bulk? Okay.
Bulk section at wherever I am, actually,
Mm-hmm.
Reddy's or actually Market of Choice. We go a lot to in Corvallis.
Okay, I want to try this.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so stirring it up is important. I have a little mini whisk in here to stir it up because the oils will separate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have this. This is from a million years ago. This is from Good Season. Do you remember? If you bought the seasoning packet, you got the jar free. This is literally like 25 years old. So,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
Shake and bake, Good Season.
Right, I'm bringing back the oldies. I'm all about the oldies. So I know just from using this that this is a half a cup of tahini. So I've pre-measured it. The recipe, I double everything, right? Because I batch do everything.
Batch cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. This is a half a cup of tahini.
You plan for.
I plan for because I've got a lot of people coming and going and they're eating everything up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make some small amount and then have to do it again 2 days later.
Right.
Yeah. So I have the recipe actually on my fridge with a dry erase
Oh,
marker.
that's neat.
So tahini dressing is going to be a half a cup of tahini. But we're doubling, right? What's on there? We're doubling. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. You can squeeze your own lemons, and you should.
Right.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Sorry.
Sometimes I do.
She's delegated that to Mr. Real Lemon.
I delegate that. Thank you, Mr. Lemon, for
Yeah.
doing that for me. I appreciate your time and efforts.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes.
That is cool.
And sometimes I don't.
Right. That's
So
all right.
I'm not going to get hung up. That's the thing. I'm not going to let myself get hung up.
Right. I love that.
If I'm hung up, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
If I say to myself as a perfectionist who's recovering and in therapy, if I tell myself, well, real lemon is best and whole and real and it's right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is maybe less somehow, then I'm going to hold myself back.
Right.
It's not perfect.
Right.
Better than. Good enough.
Right.
Good enough. Better than. All right. This is tamari, which is like a soy sauce substitute, kind of similar. You can use soy sauce. Okay. And what do I have? 2 tablespoons of soy sauce or tamari.
Tamari.
Mm-hmm. And that's a really slow flowing.
There you go.
There we go. Come on out, little buddy.
Just needs a little talking to. A little
Yes.
coaxing.
Now this,
You can do it.
You can do it. You can
Go. There you go. There it is.
Perfect. I got it.
I coached it out.
You did. You did. I like that. I also, same thing. I don't like to mince my own garlic. I don't like to.
Stays on your fingers for a while.
It's annoying. I never eat it, and it goes. I don't know. So minced garlic.
Okay.
I buy the big tub from Costco.
Yeah.
And then I separate it out into smaller portions, freeze it, and then I take one at a time.
And it stays
And it
fresh.
stays.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So 1 clove of minced garlic, which is about a half a teaspoon. I'm doing a whole teaspoon. There we go. And what am I missing?
Dill.
Dill and water.
And
Okay.
water.
This is like the magic.
Yes.
Dill weed. Okay. So you can
Yes.
use fresh. I'm using dried dill weed. It's incredible. And it's like 1 teaspoon. I don't care. I'm not going to measure.
Yeah.
See, I'm not Peter, but I'm sometimes.
You just let it.
There was a freedom there. I'm not gonna lie. It felt really good. Now I also need a little bit of water. Start with 3 or 4 tablespoons to get the thickness that you like, right? And then shake. Yep. I think that the theme of today is shake.
We shook salad.
Yep.
We shook the
Tofu.
Now we're shaking them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we knew better, we would have started this show with a little "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift, the song. if you don't know this, I'll have to share it with you because it's it's
I've
a dancey song.
Okay, I got older kids, so
Yeah, yeah, and the boys would not appreciate this, but there we go. All right, tahini dressing.
All right, that's great.
Amazing. All right, so yes, come with us over here. I don't know. Do we want to kind of like? I'm gonna move. Come on over. Is that better? Yeah. All right. So tofu is baking. We're not quite there, but
it looks good.
it looks good, right?
All right.
Looks great. We're gonna let that go a little bit longer. I wanted to show you a couple things. Soybeans. So this is one of the plant-based protein sources that I use. This is organic, non-GMO, dried soybeans, adult mature. So they're going to have that cream color. They're not green. Not green. Okay. In fact, here, let's show everybody. They look like. Yeah. Cool. And I actually got these online, but I think you can buy them anywhere. The brand doesn't matter.
So those are dry.
These are dried.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are dried adult mature soybeans. I put them in the Instant Pot for an hour. And I didn't soak them ahead of time because it's the Instant Pot, but you could always soak them overnight.
Okay.
And then boil them for 40 minutes or something. The other thing I've done is I put them in overnight in water, let them soak in here with a delay start.
Okay.
And then I only need to cook them for about 15 minutes.
All right.
So that's kind of nice too, because these can be eaten in breakfast, right?
Sure.
Breakfast food doesn't only have to be
exactly
breakfast food. So, there we go.
I love the little basket in there.
Yes, that was something that did not come with the Instant Pot.
I didn't have one of them.
I bought it separate. So, a little tip here. This is an add-on you can probably get on Amazon or from Instant Pot. This is how I make my broth because all the veggies go in here.
Oh.
And then I just pick this up and that's ready for the compost.
Yeah.
And the broth is left behind.
Okay.
So really great, a great little extra tool here for my Instant Pot. So these are ready to go. I can toss these on my salad. I can eat these in a chili or a soup or as a snack. But these are all ready to go and let that drain a little bit. The other thing I did is I tried my hand at making toasted soybeans. So this is, I took just those, sprinkle them over here with turmeric, salt, pepper.
Same kind of thing you put on.
Yeah. And threw it. This is on a parchment.
Yeah.
And you kind of spread it out to make sure that they're all
Yeah.
And that was for about an hour.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got baked. We've got just the bean, and then we've got roasted.
Right.
Wow.
And so these are going to be something I can carry with me in my purse or the car. They're shelf stable, right? And so let me kind of show.
Yeah.
Can you kind of see that?
Very good.
Yeah. So these are crispy crunchy. This is like a what does it remind me of?
Like a nut.
Like a nut or a seed. Yeah. All right. So there's those. Shall we take our tofu out and see what happens? All right, I'm going to grab.
Okay.
All right. Good. So they don't really change in the oven. It's not like they rise like a cake.
Sure. I mean, but you can tell that they're brown and toasted.
Yeah, they're a bit toasted.
Yeah.
They've got their flavoring on there. And I think they're ready to go.
Now, do you eat those, let those cool off, or can you eat them hot?
I frequently can't. I don't make it anywhere else. I'm like eating them off the plate. I mean, they're a little warm, but it's spicy. I think I had a little extra pepper.
You're absorbing that.
The curcumin. I'm getting it in there. And this is something that I could put in the fridge for later, right? Sure. I might toss this into anything this week. It doesn't usually make it in the fridge, though. We eat this all up. Toss it on my salad.
I imagine you probably do a little bit more than this, maybe. Do you do 2 at a time? So you
if our daughter's eating with us, then yes. Yeah. For Peter and I, no. This is a serving for each of us.
Okay.
So there's that.
And that only took how many minutes?
That was about 20.
20 minutes in the oven. Okay.
Yep, 20 minutes in the oven.
Right.
You can eat tofu. You don't have to cook it. You don't have to.
Right. Right.
You can eat it right out of the package.
Yeah, because it's Right.
It's just it's
It's
a
already
fermented.
probably
It's cooked beans,
right.
and
it's
then I
already
think they're
cooked.
smashed into like a little mold or something,
Right.
and maybe fermented. So they're already cooked beans.
Right.
And
They're
that's all it
already
really
cooked.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to try one? You want me to cool it down a little bit? I mean, I don't know if I want you to try it on live video.
Should I? No, I'm going to. I promise.
Also, I want to kind of try my
No, I
beans
got
here.
it. Okay, I'll try this 1st.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is the first time I've made these, so
No, it's good. I like it.
yeah, they could do
It's
some salt.
crunchy. Okay.
I mean, I like a little salt.
Yeah, me too. No, but they're good.
That is good.
Mhm.
And it's like,
I would love this in a salad.
yes,
Yeah.
The idea is like pine nuts, right? If you
right.
sorry about that light.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to block the.
Mm-hmm. These are good.
They're good.
Mhm.
There we go.
Oh,
So
right.
they're kind of like toasted pine nuts, right?
I would say
For your
that.
salad.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I wish we Linda's here. You girls are making me smile.
Hi, Linda.
I'm sorry. I need blinds on my
I know,
my window
that's all right.
there. All right, let's move this back over here.
It's all learning. All right, this is great. So we have salad for the week, all
Yes.
different colors.
Yes. And
Just-
I didn't put everything in there, but I
Right.
would have, and then I would shake it up and it's in the fridge ready to go.
Right.
When it's
And then and the ones that are staying fresher and crisper go here. And then your add-ons, you just throw this in.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw in the avocado.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
so you've done all the work, most of the work,
Mhm.
the lion's share of the work here.
Right.
And then it doesn't take much to just do it and mix it up and make it new and fresh and yummy.
Exactly.
You showed us how to make a delicious tahini dressing,
Mhm.
and that looks fabulous. I can't wait to try
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I want you to try that.
And I'm gonna try the.
I know you must.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I can see her.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
It won't burn you, I don't think.
No,
I think
it's
it's
not.
cooled off enough. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what do you what's the texture? What's happening? What are you experiencing? It's a little spicy. I put too much pepper.
Oh,
in there.
I love the spice. Oh, we're gonna have to close
Mhm.
out here pretty soon. I love the spice.
Okay.
I'm a spicy girl.
Mm-hmm.
The texture is a little different for me,
Mm-hmm.
but that's okay.
Which is what? How would you describe it?
Let me think.
And could you compare it to anything else you've eaten? Yeah.
You know, like an egg. It's kind of like the egg white, a
Mhm.
hard-boiled egg.
Mhm.
Kind of what it.
That's
is
a
it?
great
Yeah.
description.
Mhm.
My daughter says the same thing.
Yeah.
It reminds her of egg.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hard-boiled egg. So yeah, it is good, tasty.
Mhm.
I can see throwing this in. I can see this expanding my my palate and it expanding my protein options.
Yeah, it's an add-on.
You know,
It's something additional
right.
to choose from
Mhm.
to change things up a little bit. It actually is so much like egg that
Wanna
we'll
try it
use
again?
that. Yeah, in an egg scramble. This is how we make egg scrambles with a
Mhm.
bunch of veggies and we saute it together.
And it's not too spicy. It's great.
Now, would you say that the tofu has a flavor, or do you just feel like it's the texture and then all
I
the
think
spices?
it's the texture and the spice.
Mhm.
Yep, exactly. Just like an egg white.
Yeah,
Hard- yeah.
yeah. There's just not a flavor to it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you so much,
You're
Rachel,
welcome.
for cooking with us.
So
Good
glad you
job.
guys were all here.
Yes, and we're gonna do this again in somebody
Mhm.
else's kitchen, and we'll cook up the storm.
I love it.
Rachel, you come and help us do this again.
Yep.
All right,
We will do
perfect.
that. All right, everybody. Take
Ciao
care.
for now.
That's good. That's witty. Ciao for